Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of entitled People. In today's episode, missed the T-ball sign up. Following company safety policy? That's rude. Nonprofit is charging too much. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Missed the T-ball sign up. Current drama on a local FB group. Most of the sports teams in town are run by volunteers. They advertise the different sports teams way in advance with the deadline to sign up. Once sign-up closes, they figure out which kids will play on which teams, order uniforms, choose coaches, figure out the schedule, and send the parents all needed information. Enter a mom who posts that she wants to reach out to a coach because the person that is supposed to be in charge of this does not have the ability to understand. Kind of a dick move on her part, which I guess she thought would get her sympathy. Didn't quite work out that way, as everyone quickly points out that registration closed weeks ago. The contact person jumped in saying she hadn't received a single text or email until yesterday, which she replied to saying that registration was closed for the season. So the mom apologized to everyone? She realized her mistake and accepted this? Nope, doubled down that she had called and texted for weeks and her child should be allowed to play. Like, not having your kid play T-ball at age 4 is going to change the entire course of his or her life. I mean, when you want something that you failed on already, you should really use sugar and honey with a splash of syrup. This lady thought that a public outcry would happen for her little fart angel, but guess who's not hitting a ball 6 inches off a tee this year? Her kid. A lot of people do this at the school level too, blaming teachers, administrators, etc. when it was really the parent or older child that messed up. Not taking responsibility for own actions is a big thing now and causes so much headache for teachers and administrators. Good gracious, this could cost him his scholarship for the class of 2038. How dare they? And ruin his chances of becoming the President of the United States. She isn't upset her kid missed out on T-ball, she's upset she missed out on free childcare. Following company safety policy? That's rude. So I work retail at a toy store. We have a policy in place that kids under edit to make it less identifiable. A certain age cannot enter without a guardian. My store is really strict about it because our mall isn't exactly the safest place. Anyway, a little kid comes in. I tell him he needs a parent to come in. He says okay, very nicely, and goes to find his parents. Fast forward 20 minutes, they're leaving and his mom stops in front of me. She lets me know that it was very rude of me to not let him enter alone. And actually it was very rude and racist. I am biracial, she was Latina. The cherry on top was her touching me to see what my name tag was despite me telling her my name. Come to find out, she be *ched to just about every other employee and my supervisor about it. Apparently being told the same thing about it being for safety purposes didn't cut it for her. Overall, I thought it was pretty mild, but the fact that she literally saw the policy printed on the door and still said that shit, put her hands on me and threw a fit to my supervisor, just wow, what an interesting choice to make. If I was in a cynical mood, I might wonder if she's angry because she expected your store to provide free childcare and is now most displeased with the lack of the service she decided she was entitled to receive. We get that all the time. Like, yes, we're a toy store, but we are not a babysitting company. So frustrating, especially when they take it out on the employees. Sorry you want to spend your afternoon shopping, but you're the one with a kid. Suck it up and figure it out, ick. All customer service workers should be provided with one-use pepper spray per week to be used as required. That would make the crazies think twice before grabbing at workers. If someone puts their hands on you, it's assault. Treat it that way and call the cops. Nonprofit is charging too much. Yesterday, a guy objected to two 2024 releases priced at $8 and $10. $6 was what we always charged for new releases, and now $8. And this one is $10. $10. Why? He had been looking for them and was so happy we had them, until he saw the outrageous prices. So I looked them up. The greenie had just come out and the lowest price on Amazon was $15, plus $4 shipping, and very low ranked, so would have cost him $19 used. The other one was less, and also low ranked. I explained how and why we priced them that high. They sell quickly even at those grossly inflated prices. But he thought we were price gouging, just like the oil companies. Really? Just like the oil companies? I explained we were a non-profit and did not get paid, and all our profits went to the library for programs such as kids programs, the musicals, extra copies of new releases, etc., but he wasn't having it. I reminded him the book's cover price is $30, so $10 is still cheap. I told him he could read the book for free by checking it out of the library. Told him he could wait a couple of months and it would be $6 once they weren't so hot. Didn't like that either. I told him our job was to maximize profits to give the most we could to the library. That probably wasn't a good thing to say in retrospect. His response, "Then you don't have to charge such a ridiculously high price." Finally, I had enough. I told him he actually had a choice. He didn't have to buy them. He could go somewhere else. Didn't like that. Said he goes to 10 library bookstores, and we're always the first he hits up because we have good prices for the books he wants. Or we used to. I said I didn't set the price, and if he had an issue he could email our friend's account. Gave him the email. He finally left after 20 minutes. It was shift change and a volunteer had timed it. Wish she'd taken his picture and recorded him. For what it's worth, I was annoyed but not angry, mostly because I had the power to keep those prices high. Ha ha ha. He walked out without buying them, mostly because I had them in my hot little hands. At that point, I didn't want him to buy them. In retrospect, I think he expected me to lower the prices, but he was such a jerk there was no way I was going to do that. I think I would have started by saying, "I'm sorry, I don't set the prices," and giving him the contact of whoever does. Because literally nothing you could say was going to make that person happy or end the conversation. In 15 years, this is the first time I've had to personally deal with someone like that, and yeah, that's what I'm doing going forward. The asshole hasn't emailed us to complain yet, darn. I was dying to know his name. He's reselling your books online. I think you're right. Thing is, we get lots of dealers. Lots. And you know what? They're all quiet, respectful, low-key, pleasant. At least the obvious ones with the scanners are. We love them because they buy a lot, and again, they're pleasant. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.